Before we get into today's video, I'd like to thank Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your online information by encrypting all the data that you send through the internet, making sure anyone you don't want to see it doesn't see it. So it's keeping all those unwanted pests from seeing your private information. But one of my favorite features of Surfshark is I can be anywhere in the world with one click of a button. So due to licensing and stuff like that, a lot of stuff on streaming services is restricted depending on where you are in the world. But with Surfshark VPN, you can be anywhere in the world with one click of a button. I'm in Australia watching Australian Netflix. Not anymore. I'm in America watching The Walking Dead on American Netflix. How awesome is that? And right now, Surfshark has a really good deal going on right now. By using my link in the description and using the promo code DEOXY, you'll get 83% off. Not only that, you'll get an extra 3 months for free. Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out for yourself. Special thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video, and I hope you guys try out the link in the description down below. Thanks for watching. So 2021 is kind of a crazy year for Power Rangers in general. It's the 20th anniversary of Time Force, the 25th anniversary of Zeo, the 25th anniversary of Alien Rangers. There's a lot of anniversaries when it comes to Power Ranger seasons this year. And one of them that's probably not going to get talked about that much this year is Power Rangers Samurai. That's right. Power Rangers Samurai is now 10 years old. It's been a whole decade since Power Rangers Samurai started airing on Nick. And it's kind of crazy to think that this season is over 10 years old at this point, because it seems like only yesterday when I started watching this on Australian TV when I stumbled across it. Now, I know that Samurai isn't the most loved by fans. People either love it or hate it, or they don't care about it that much, but seeing that Power Rangers Samurai is over 10 years old as of recording this video, I kind of have a soft spot for it. Like, I went back and I watched Clash of the Red Ranger, I watched a couple of key episodes in Samurai, like a couple of moments such as Jaden vs. Decker and stuff like that, and despite the weird acting or the weird retelling or the 4Kids Shinkenja, what people call it, I think it still kind of holds up in its own funny, cheesy way. Kind of like Mighty Morphin, where it's got that 90s cheese nostalgia with the weird acting and the Saved by the Bell storytelling. Samurai is kind of a weird era when it started in the Neo-Saban era, because it kind of changed how the Power Rangers formula was structured when Samurai came around, because it started the 2-season format and stuff like that, so a lot of things changed when Samurai came along. Now, a lot of people would argue saying the Neo-Saban is not a very good era of Power Rangers when it happened. There was a lot of hit and misses in that season, but I just want to talk back on Samurai and basically look back on it and how I discovered Samurai on Australian TV and my thoughts on a few episodes and a few key moments and stuff like that. So this is what this episode is going to be about. So if you want to tab out or do something else while you listen to me ramble, feel free to do that. I mean, just listen to the sound of my voice as I talk about Power Rangers Samurai for the next couple of minutes. So I first discovered Power Rangers Samurai airing on Australian TV when I was basically channel surfing one day. I think, if I remember correctly, it was when I was recovering from my spinal surgery in 2012. I was just flicking through the channels and Power Rangers Samurai happened to be on. And what caught me off guard was I was seeing Paul Schreier, the actor of Bulk, on TV, and I was like, wait a minute, that guy looks like the guy who played Bulk in Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers and stuff like that. And funny enough, it was. And then I found out it's a brand new season of Power Rangers, and I was like, alright, I'll check it out, I'll watch a few episodes, and although some of the episodes were very hit and miss with me, I didn't love some of them, I didn't like some of them, I was kind of watching this show as a guilty pleasure because I knew this show wasn't targeted for me, being 21 years old at the time, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I still got a kick out of watching it and stuff like that. Like, I was enjoying what I was seeing on the TV. Like, it was a crazy weird season that I enjoyed watching. Now, I don't know what to say about the characters when it comes to Samurai, because a lot of the main Rangers are very cut and paste, like copy and paste from their Sentai counterparts, and watching Samurai, when I discovered it, I did actually watch a couple of episodes of Shinkenja back in the day when episodes were still available on YouTube. In those early days of YouTube, I managed to watch a couple of episodes here and there, and I did like what I saw. Like, I did like the adaptation with how different it was, and just, like, even though, like, it was the same storylines here and there, I appreciated watching it because this seemed, like, more mature, more badass and stuff like that. And then I discovered stuff like Go-Kaija coming out, because I think Go-Kaija was coming out that year, or one of, like, the Go-Kaija movies, like The Great Legend War, was popping around on the internet at the time, so I checked that out. It was either that, between Super Samurai, or something like that, but that was crazy to see. That was, like, my first exposure to Super Sentai, thanks to Samurai, because I think I met someone online, and they said, oh, you should check out the Sentai Shinkenja. I was like, Shinkenja, what's that? And then I slowly got into it. I never finished the series, but like I said, I did like what I saw back then, all those years ago. So, what else is to say about the characters when it comes to frickin' Samurai? Now, I can do my own cut and paste and word-for-word adaptation of Linkara's Rantum at Mentor G, but my opinion is pretty much the same as his. Huge dick move by the character coming out of nowhere. Everyone's heard it, everyone's seen it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think it's in his History of Power Rangers Samurai Part 2 or something. I don't know. But if there's one thing that stands out with Samurai, that is the villains. One of them being Deca. Say what you want about the actor and the copy and paste adaptation. Those fight scenes you get that's original footage is really great. I do enjoy that stuff, and I'm a big fan of it, but Deca is one of those deep characters that they try to do in Samurai, and if this wasn't a word-for-word play of the Sentai, like they sort of made this their own original character, but not doing a direct copy and paste from the Sentai, that would make him like the most deepest character in Samurai with his backstory. Cheesy or not, it would actually have a meaningful backstory with a well-written character if they handled it correctly, but it is what it is. They kind of sort of copied the Sentai with the character, I think. I don't know, maybe they toned it down. Someone's probably going to correct me in the comment section like they usually do, but I do like that whole Jaden and Deca rivalry throughout that series, even though it's a bit dragged on in some scenes here and there, and Deca's acting is like a little bit over the top with the voice he does. I still like it. Now, if there's one thing I definitely want to talk about, that is return of Bulk in Power Rangers Samurai. I think that's what gives this series like the warm spot in its heart for me. Like, it's something I do enjoy about it, because seeing Paulie back is freaking awesome, and him and Felix Ryan, how they play off each other for comedic effect. Yes, it's overdone in some place. Yes, the jokes are very childish because it is a kids show and it is targeted for kids. I don't know. Seeing that stuff on the screen, I really do enjoy, and it gets a kick out of me. I do like seeing it. Like, I did enjoy those characters' chemistry. And seeing Jason Navi as Skull at the end of Super Samurai is a magical moment, and I am a huge fan of it, and I do love that scene. It's like one of those scenes on YouTube I go back and revisit every couple of months, or whenever I think about it. It's a really cool moment between the two characters, and I do enjoy it. And I kind of wish we got more of that throughout the series, like maybe Skull could have made more than one cameo appearance in the series, but it is what it is. But I like I said, I did enjoy that cameo at the end, and I kind of wish we could get more stuff like that in the series, but it's a nice little moment that they put in the finale. And speaking of things they put in the finale of Samurai and Super Samurai, Lauren Shiba. I know you've made it this far into the video and you're probably wondering when I'm going to talk about Lauren Shiba, but Lauren Shiba is one of the best things about Samurai and Super Samurai, along with Antonio and Bulk and Spike. I like stuff like that. But Lauren Shiba, the fandom of that character and how she became so popular in those short episodes she was in is freaking amazing. Not only that, that character has become a staple in the fandom to this day. I mean, she played a main role in Shattered Grid. She made it into Battle of the Grid. She's in Legacy Wars and stuff like that. Like, this character has transcended popularity and, like I said, become a staple, and I think that's really freaking awesome. And I think that character deserves a lot more love, and I really do hope that someday maybe she can return in an anniversary season or something like that, a team-up episode. I don't know how they can make it work, but if they can make it work, it'd be freaking amazing. It'd be awesome to see Lauren again, but I think Lauren in the comics is what made people a fan of her even more if they slipped on Samurai. So, if you slept on Samurai and you only read the comics, go watch those scenes that Lauren's in. The actress is awesome, she does a really good job with the character and makes it very memorable, so definitely check it out. So what else can I say about Samurai that I haven't already said? Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna close this video off with saying this. I know that Samurai is over 10 years old and not a lot of people love it, and people don't remember it very fondly, but I'm hoping in another 10 years or 5 years, people can look back at this season and maybe say it's not as bad as they thought it was, or it's not as terrible as they thought it was. Like, they have their problems with it, but they can still appreciate the little things here and there. I'm hoping they can do something like that with the season, because a lot of seasons get shit on here and there, but people do remember the small things about them. Like, people shit on Operation Overdrive, but they fondly remember the Mac twist at the end of the series and that endgame or Once a Ranger. So they remember the little things for the seasons they heavily dislike. And those people that shit on Samurai, or they don't like Samurai, they say it's a bad season, maybe they can revisit it someday and maybe have a second thought about it. Maybe it's not a bad season as they thought it was. But hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But with that said, I'm going to wrap this video up now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4, who is a Megazord tier member or a Zord tier member. If you want to get your name shouted out like Swagger4 in the credits of my videos, hit that join button that is next to the subscribe button. You get all kinds of perks when you become a member, such as shoutouts in a video, your name in the credits. I will promote your projects that you're working on and stuff like that. Each tier has a certain perk and reward if you sign up. So with that said, I'm going to end the video now. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble about Power Rangers Samurai for over 10 minutes. If you made it this far into the video, you're a champion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and have a wonderful day or night. Bye!